All right, good morning, creative writing class. I hope that you had a wonderful spring break. I know that I sure did. If you haven't had the chance to start writing your epistolary story yet, you need to get on that because the epistolary writing story that we're doing is going to close this week. In case you forgot over the spring break, remember this story that we're doing is going to rely on other pieces of writing to tell the story. For example, you could have diary entries, letters between characters, that sort of thing. And that is what you're going to use to tell the story. If you are confused or if you need a little bit of help to see how that works, you can go to our playlist in our class YouTube. And there's some videos that I've linked there that talk about how you can do or use epistolary writing to create a story. If that doesn't help you, you can always go to our Canvas page. In our assignment for the week, I've got a link. That link will take you to my story that I've written, and I use a number of different things to tell my story. I've used letters, transcripts, telephone calls, all this sort of different pieces of media to tell my story. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been asking, how long does this story need to be? I wrote my story in about 2 hours worth of time. In 2 hours, I got 9 pages done. What I'm expecting from you guys is that you're spending about an hour and a half on this class each week. So if you've had 2 weeks to write, that's about 3 hours worth of writing. If you think about it, that's not a lot of time compared to what we do in class. But I know your writing styles, right? So if you are someone who turns in a 1 or 2 page epistolary writing story, and I'm going to probably take a look at it and not be too happy, right? Because 2 pages in 3 hours really is something that's way, way, way below a lot of our writing skills right now. So use this as a chance to write, kind of get a little bit of time away from your normal sort of homework. Use this time to be creative, all that fun stuff. So I'm not going to put a page limit on this story, but if I have a lot of us that are struggling to get a lot of words on the page, then I'm going to have to start putting page limits on this assignments going forward. Now, if you're someone who is going way over that hour and a half of writing per week, that's awesome, right? So if you're someone who's spending, an hour each day or more than an hour each day writing and you turn in a giant story, don't be worried. I'm going to be super stoked to have gigantic stories to read. So remember, this is going to be due this Friday. As always, I'm going to leave a 10-day window open. So if you don't get it done or at a point where you want it to be at by this Friday, remember I'm going to have 10 days after that story is due that I'll leave the window open. After those 10 days, though, it closes, right? Now, please, 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 guys, it's going to be really, really easy to get behind in this format. So just create a schedule for yourselves if you haven't already, and just make sure that you're spending consistent time on creative writing. The thing that's going to be really rough is if you're not getting stuff turned in and then you're always behind trying to play catch up. It's going to be really hard to get caught up, all right? So use your time as wisely as you can. Create that schedule to make sure that writing is something that you're getting done so you're not falling behind. And if you have any questions at all, remember there's 2 places you can come find me. You can go to meet.google.com and you can type in the code Breakfast News with Mr. Pulsifer. I'm always on from 8 in the morning till 10 in the morning. So if you have any questions, just hop on and I can help answer them. If you don't want to do that, though, you can always email me at gage.pulsifer@canyonsdistrict.org, and then I can answer your emails there, all right? So your epistolary writing story, there is no page limit. It's due on Friday. Show me that you have spent a good amount of time writing this and that you've been productive, right? So we're shooting for 3 hours worth of writing, and let's make sure we're getting it done. I look forward to seeing your guys' stories and what creative stuff you come up with. All right, have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.